Okay, this is Automotive Solutions again. Today I've got a Ford Focus with an air conditioning complaint. For about 20 minutes the air conditioning runs fine. This is after first start up. After about 20 minutes the air conditioning just drops out. The air coming out the vents just goes warm, and it generally doesn't come back on again until the vehicle's left and sat for a while. Seen this a few times before, particularly with Fords. This is a Focus 1.8 manual, and most of the time it's a large air gap on the compressor clutch. The electromagnet in the compressor clutch struggles to close the gap, and as the temperature increases in the compressor and surrounding area, I think the resistance increases and it just can't pull that clutch in any longer. So once it warms up, no compressor operation. Once it cools down, resistance lowers again, and the clutch works again on the compressor. So just confirm this, and I will do some basic tests, see where we go from here. So follow me in and I'll show you how I've set it up. Okay, I've got a meter set up on the compressor, 2 wires to the compressor, back probe them with a live and from the relay, and one going to the earth. So we'll see what we've got in the voltage there. I've also got an amp clamp on there to see what sort of current the compressor's clutch is going to pull when it's working. And I've got a set of gauges, one on the low side on the accumulator, gauges there, one on the high side on the condenser. Static pressure is pretty high because the engine is warm on this. And if I start the vehicle, you'll see there's no compressor operation, even though that there's voltage. There we go. We've got battery voltage just under 14 volts. That's at the compressor clutch. So we've got power and an earth there. Okay, I'm going to remove the air conditioning compressor clutch to hopefully reveal a shim behind there, which I can remove to reduce the gap, which will make the air conditioner operate again. So before I start, what I'll do is I'll take a measurement with a feeler gauge, just a before and after. From memory, I think the gap should be about 0.25 of a millimetre. So there's my 0.25, and yeah, it's a massive gap. It's going to be more like, what's the biggest one? 600, about 0.6 of a mil. So that's massive. So I'm going to take the compressor clutch plate off, which I think 15mm socket. And I normally just wedge a screwdriver between 2 points. They're not normally done up that tight. Remove the nut. Clutch plate off. It's pretty warm. Behind there is a shim. Just one shim behind there. So I'm going to remove that. Refit the clutch plate. Actually, while that's off, I have got a refrigerant sniffer. I shall just make sure there's no leaks from the shaft seal. Pretty good. No leaks detected there. This vehicle's got about 110,000 miles on it, so compressor's doing pretty good. On the clutch plate it's a spline drive, and there is a spline missing on here and a spline missing on the shaft, so you just have to align the two, otherwise you won't get the you won't get the plate on. Just a matter of, if you can't see it, just turn it until it slips on easily. There and that's there. That's it. Whatever you do, don't force it. It should slip straight on. Put the nut back on. Again, use that screwdriver between 2 points. A nip up. It doesn't rub, which is good. That's nice and tight. There we go. And now I'll do a recheck. There's my get my 0.25 of a millimetre. That's 0.254. And that is a nice fit. That is pretty good. Yep, that should be, I think, how it left the factory roughly, so it shows how much more the clutch plate's worn. So it's a question of start up, see what happens. Fingers crossed time. I think I'm still on amps on here. So let's start the vehicle. There we go, clutch operated. Change to volts. Battery voltage on there. Just quickly change that over so that we can have a look at the current measurement on that. I'm going to have to re-zero the amp clamp, which is on 20 scale, 20 amp mode. Zero that. Pop that in there. We'll just change the scale down to, there you go, 20 amp mode. It's on 5 amps. So again, start the engine. Compressor's engaged. There we go, peaks at about 4 amps. Oh yeah, we're just under 4 amps there, which is spot on. Compressor is running. Pressures are coming down to where they should be. Yeah, looks pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll leave that on a long-term run test for a while, and so it used to take about 20 minutes to cut out, but the engine is warm now, the compressor's warm. I could hardly hold the compressor clutch, it's that hot. So let it run, come back to you with the results. Okay, just a roundup on this one. I'm in the car, been out for a drive, and probably about half an hour's gone by. Normally would have played up by now, particularly as the engine was hot. So fast idle, outside temperature's about 28 degrees. In this garage it's probably more like 35, and we've got just over 4 degrees coming out the vent, so system is performing very well. I'll just show you the compressor clutch under the bonnet. Bit noisy. As you can see, spinning away down there. So yeah, all looking good and working as expected. Like I say, I've seen this fault a few times before, so didn't go too deep into the electrical testing side of things. As long as you've got power and an earth there and a large clutch gap, pretty much sure on these it's just the gap's too big, and just to really need to reduce the size of it down. So hopefully this was useful to some of you. If it's your own car, obviously it's a nice cheap fix because there's no regassing involved. It's removing a shim, so a couple of bits of trim, and you're up and running. So hopefully this has helped you. If you like this, please click like, and if you want to subscribe, hopefully I'll be making some more videos in the future. Thanks very much. Bye now.